Hello and welcome back, students. Today we are going to see that chapter number 2 of your computer book, that is Access 2016. So it is a part of the package MS Office, that is MS Access, and the version of that MS Office is 2016. So now we are going to start it on the first page. You can see the chapter contains, these are the topics we are going to cover it. And here's the Edgar about Edgar Frank Tedcott, who invented our RDBMS or DBMS. You can see that, you can read it out, and you will get to know that how it started and what's the RDBMS about. Now directly we are going to start about the database. So in order to understand the function of MS Access, so we have to you must be knowing about the database, that what database is, because what Access does, Access stores data and make databases and manipulates the database, and it allows you to manipulate databases. So before starting anything, we need to get understood that what is database. It's written there, it's a well-known fact that a computer processes data to give meaningful information. It is telling about the computer itself. You have already learned in your previous class and understand the meaning of data, but it's time to recapitulate information in raw or unorganized forms such as alphabet, numbers, or symbols that refer to conditions, ideas, or objects is called data. So what data is, I already told in previous videos that data is nothing but information. Any information, that's called data. So if your name, school name, what is your school name, that is data. So you are in class 8th, that's data. Your roll number is this, it's a data. So one information is equal to one data, many information, many data. So it is limitless and present everywhere in the universe. So as I told you that any kind of information, that is data, nothing is data is nothing else. Okay, so now we are going to start the topic database. The database is a collection of information in the form of fields, records, and files that is organized so that it can be easily accessed, managed, and updated. So database is collection of information. As I told you that one information is equal to one data. So if you have many information, if a collection of information, that is called database. But that must not be different or not related, must be related, that is called database or structured database. Like if you have information about a person, that someone calls Anil. Anil is in class 8th, Anil's school is this one, and Anil's home address is this. So if you have information about a single person and many information that is related to Anil or a single person, that's called database. Okay, the same thing is written there. A field is a single piece of information. A record is one complete set of fields, and file is a collection of records. Three things, three terms came, that field. Field is one field. Like if I told you that you can see on the right side of the page, it's there, fields, name and telephone number. Anjali Sharma, phone number is this. Ajay Pant, number is this. Ritu Mehra, number is this, and Jay Prakash, telephone number is this. So this is a one field. Field name is name and telephone. Name is one field, telephone number is one field. Then again next word is record. Record is one complete set of fields, means Jay Prakash and phone number. If you have put this one, so it's called record. Next is a file is a collection of records. So whole table is called one file. Like fields, name, telephone number, record Jay Prakash and number, or Ritu Mehra is the number one record. So how many records we have? Anjali, Ajay, Ritu, Prakash. Four records we have in one file, that's called file. One table is equal to one file. Next is, for example, a telephone directory is similar to a file, so it's explaining the same file I told already. Come to the next para. To access information from a database, you have to use DBMS, that is database management system. Database management system is nothing but to manage that one, to insert the record, to fetch the record, means to get the record from that table, to edit that record. Okay, delete, add, each and everything what you do with the record or the table, that's called management system, database management system. This is a collection of programs that facilitates you to enter, organize, and select data in a database. Okay, so now advantages and disadvantages of database. We see that advantages are there. All the information can be collected together. That's very easy for that. It is easier to retrieve means to get the data back. If you have stored information, a lot of people with a phone number, so accessing that one, like in your mobile, the phone book. So in phone book or contact, in contact list you have saved number of people, like 200 300 numbers are there. If you want to fetch with by the name or by the number, you can already fetch, or you can already get the number. You can take out the number from that contact list, right? So the same thing database does. The information can be accessed easily at any time in a desired manner. Desired manner means what, in what manner you want, means by the name or by the number you want to get that, so you can easily access. Reduced data entry, storage and retrieval costs. So think about the on larger scale. In a company, lot of information are there, so they need to store that. Data can be shared in any and an easy way. So data can be shared, like if you want to share it, so it is very easy to share because it's already stored somewhere. You have to just copy and paste the information to the another one, so they can access too. Number of persons can access the same database at the same time. Okay, so if something is stored over there, so at a time many people can use the same database. Then data security means nobody else, if you don't want anyone to access that one, so you can secure your data. Now disadvantages of the database: due to complexity, training required for all users. So that is not for everyone. Those who don't know about computer and programs, so that for them it's difficult, so one need to get trained. It takes a long time for running individual applications. So for individual application, for single application, it will take time, because it needs to fetch all the information for that program. That's why it takes time. Suitable hardware and software startup costs. So if you want, think about a company needs to store information, a lot of information. So they need to store hard drives, computers. So they need heavy machinery or heavy hardware. For that, it costs too much for them. Database systems are difficult and time consuming to design. So let's see the table. Like I told you, to name and telephone number, that is very easy table. But think about it, if more fields are there, like 10 to 20 fields are there, so it is very hard to design, how to design or how to make the table. So that is for not for everyone. It must be uh, getting trained anyone to do that. Next is that relational database management system, that is RDBMS. So I told you DBMS, now it is RDBMS. Means many tables are there in RDBMS and they are connected to each other. That's called RDBMS. Relational database can be defined as a collection of data items organized in a form of a set of formally designed tables. So it's written there, tables. So in previous page we have seen one table. So think about it, more table, two or three tables, and they are connected to each other somehow, either with the number or serial number or the roll number, through any field if it's connected. So that is called RDBMS. Relational databases are powerful because they require few assumptions about how data is related or how it will be extracted from the database. As I said, that you need to see that the tables, how the tables will be connected to each other with the serial number or through the name or through the telephone number. So if tables are connected, so it is called RDBMS. As a result, the same database can be viewed in many different ways. So if tables are connected, so you can see the different data or different record of the same thing. You can look at the concept of RDBMS using the telephone directory example. So telephone directory example, in last page we have seen, that is telephone directory example. You can say the telephone directory represents a table that stores the name and phone numbers of every member of your city. You can obtain a different telephone directory for your city. You can include email and website address along with the other data. Now in the table here, in this table we have seen that name and telephone number only. So you can make another table, name, and after that name, Next field will be email, not telephone number. So another table, make name and uh, website address. So with the name we can say that name and website address we can uh, fetch from the other tables. Now database objects. So database objects means once you make a database, so which kind of objects we will have. Database objects include tables, indexes, queries, forms and reports. So tables I already explained that it consists of data logically arranged in columns and rows, that is called table. The data in the table is logically related and relationship can be defined between tables. So those columns can be defined uh, as the relationship between the tables. Indexes, these are used as a means to access the data within the table in an order that might not be available. So indexes means that access of the data with the data of the table, it is present or not. One thing is like here name Anjali Sharma, that is one index, so it is present or not, it's for that one. Next is query. So query said that to extract information from a database we use query. For example, we use query to get our statement of bank account. Query means nothing but a question. So if you have already made a table, so you can ask a question that can we have the number of Anjali Sharma. This is one question called one query. So you can write query in that uh, uh, language or in that way in MS Access, so you will get the answer or the number. Form, we usually fill form by our hands, such as account opening form of the bank, job application to get reservation for traveling by train. So form is nothing but you see once you're filling the form on any website, so that is called form. Once you fill the form and click on the submit button, so whole form is getting saved in database itself. Form is like your name, father's name, mother's name, your phone number, your age, your marital status, all the things. If you are filling and putting clicking on the submit button, so all the information getting saved in database, that is called form. Next is report. Reports are printable summaries of the information in your access tables and records. So report means if you have already saved over there and queries, getting queries, so you will see the summary, means the whole thing you can get printed in the report in MS Access 2016. Okay, so after that we will see the MS Access, how to open it and how to manage the things. So first thing is MS Access 2016. So already we have seen now DBMS and RDBMS. So now the main thing starts MS Access 2016. So what it does, MS Access 2016 is a database management system offered by Microsoft. It can be used to build software application. It is an organized collection of records and manipulate a large amount of data efficiently. As I told you, that management system is to manipulate the database. If you have already stored in table and records, so you can manipulate means add records, delete records, edit the records and fetch the record, means getting the records from that, getting the information from that record. So those services are provided by MS Access. Microsoft Access is an interesting and popular relationship database management system, that is RDBMS. It allows you to create tables, queries, forms, and reports and provides the facility to link related information easily. So that is a very useful software you will get in the package software MS Office. One of the softwares is MS Access. So how to open it? Just to if we are taking the example of my Windows 10, so you will get the lower left corner there, click on the start button and click on MS Access 2016. There you can get easily. So on the next page is that creating an access database. Let's see that how to create it. Once you have opened MS Access, so there are three ways available in MS Access in which you can create a database. They are as under a blank database, by using a template, by downloading a template from MS Office Online. So three things is there. Not three ways, you can see that three type of first page you can get. First one is blank database, means if you click, so you will get the blank database, only tables will be there. Okay, fields will be there, you need to create more tables and all. Second one is by using template means themes. In mobiles we have themes, right? Different type of themes. If you select different themes, so you will see your icons and everything will be changed in their way, in their look and feel. So that is you using template. What is already stored in MS Access, so you can select the themes or templates from there only. And if you want more templates, so you can go by the third way, that is by downloading a template from MS Office online. So from that website it can be downloaded. So first one is that we are generally we are starting from the blank database itself. So in order to start or open the blank database, steps are there. Click on the blank database, type the name of the database in the file name box. So database name must be there, because it's very difficult to find out if more databases are there. Suppose 100 200 databases are there, so how will you find that which database is for class 8, which database for class 9th, or which one? So name must be there, so put the name over there. Click on the create button. So create button will be there. You can see that second picture, step 3 is there. Okay, here is the step 3. Step 3, create. So create, if you click on the create button, Access will create a blank database, and empty table will be opened by default to enter data. So once you click on the create button, like this, it will be opened. So blank database will be open. Here is the field, see ID, and click to add. So ID is the name of that field, and that is click to add means you need to add more fields for that one to create the database. So that's a very easy one. Okay, so after that we will see in next video the data types and viewing a table and all. So till then, read the book properly, read the steps properly. If you have machine or laptop, desktop, so you can use also. You can see that step by step over there. You can do the practical itself. And if you have any query, any question is there, so you can comment here itself. I will answer it. Thank you. Have a nice day.